Well, hey there team, welcome back to the channel and welcome to Arms Trade Tycoon Tanks. Now, we actually did have a one-shot, once-off look at this, and I was pleasantly surprised. Not that I thought it would be bad or anything like that, but I kind of came away wanting to do a playthrough. So I thought, look, let's start again, and I might do a longer episode this time, so we're not just strictly retreading. I've learned a little bit, I played a bit off-channel, but I kind of just wanted a fresh slate, clean break. Probably go back to Let's Plays, I'm more comfortable with them, and I don't necessarily infect this video with it, but you can check my review of Suicide Squad, but I've become a bit fed up with a lot of modern AAA mainstream games and their messaging and that. Again, I'm not going to browbeat or anything like that, but I do think that there are ways to react to that, and one of them is to celebrate games that are more interested in just giving you a good experience and you know, treating you like someone that interested in playing their product. And this game, you know, it might be a bit janky, it might be a bit indie, like it's a bit obtuse, that's for sure. It's taken me a while to figure some stuff out, but at least, you know, it just treats me like a dude running a bloody tank workshop. It doesn't have to be more complicated than that. So, cool, let's play that. Anyway, again, I don't want to preach, I don't want to soapbox or anything like that, but I still want to celebrate the good in games. Okay, cool. So, what is this? It's coming out of Microprose, who are having a bit of a sort of renaissance, resurgence. They're pretty much a dead studio that's come back in the last year or two, doing things like High Fleet and Carrier Command. Oh, we should revisit them. Put that in a comment. I'll start playthroughs of them too. And yeah, this essentially is a design production thing. It's way more robust than I kind of thought it would be. Not that I should have assumed anything being Microprose, but being in a world full of simulator shovelware bullshit, you know, bloody handjob simulator or something. You know, like, and it's all pretty shallow, these simulator games, but this is actually pretty robust. Oh, yeah, we can read this time. Cool. Oh my god, that's a lot of reading. Bugger it, let's do it. So this is early access. It's coming out in 2 days at the time of recording this. So you'll be able to get it soon. And I think you only get Great Britain in early access. I'm not sure why it says version 1.1, because maybe that's the dev branch I'm in. Who knows? Great Britain was the first country to invent the tank, and since then was among the leaders in tank design. After the clanking rhomboids proved the importance of tanks in the First World War, like these sort of things, the UK went on several innovative ideas in tank design. I think maybe we've got some translational issues or something, we'll see. Just after the First World War, Britain came to the conclusion that the best counter to a tank was another tank, and started to arm its vehicles with dedicated anti-tank guns, and was the first country to do so in the shape of the Vickers No. 2 tank. Oh, okay. Which I don't think we make, but maybe opposition companies do. In the interwar period, Britain was behind the idea of the tankette, a concept deeply attractive to most of the cash-strapped governments around the world. In the mid-1920s, Britain experimented with a doctrine based around using the tank mobility to fight somewhere other than the enemy's strong points. For that, she developed a series of medium tanks that had a combination of firepower and mobility. Right, I don't know anything about tank sort of history. This is really interesting. So the tankette is more of a sort of Dragoon adjacent, well, there's no dismount, but like a flanker, right? Getting closer to Cav. This idea was further refined into the infantry and cruiser tank concept that lasted a few short years before the British started moving back towards medium tanks. This time with added protection. I'll just throw my 2 cents as we go, but you sort of have to tender contracts from what I understand. And I wonder if over the years in this game, because you start at the conception of tanks, it follows this, like the major powers start leaning towards tankette designs, and then you have to, for a period, go down the more mobile route. This idea was further refined in yep, we covered that. Before medium tanks, this time with added protection. However, the move was interrupted by the Second World War. During the war, Britain created multiple heavily armoured infantry tanks, such as the Matilda or Churchill. Equally, from above the midpoint in the war, Britain began to think about universal tank as a concept, which today we call the main battle tank. From after the war, Britain intended to build very survivable, with good cross-country mobility and effective anti-tank guns. Well, there we go. I'm glad I read that. I'm glad I took the time. Okay, so internal use only. Your name. My name is Guna. Guna Smith? Guna von Guna Stein will do. And your company name, I suppose we'll call it Guna Tanks Inc. That sounds good to me. Alright? Alright, so this is the early access splash. We will just brush over this. Early access. We want to add new features and mechanics. More tanks and their parts. Regular updates. Well, that's good. Bugs. Thank you for the community. I appreciate all that stuff. That's cool. Not all early access is miserable. Tank Corps is formed. Acknowledging the importance of tanks, the High Command has decided to separate all future tank regiments from the Machine Gun Corps and assign them to a dedicated military branch with the official name of Tanking Corps or Tank Corps. Currently, there is one tank regiment under formation, and you can expect new tank contracts to be announced soon enough. Now again, like I said, I played a little bit of this offline on my own, got a bit more of a grasp. I'm by no means not an expert, so we will figure this out as we go. From this screen, it is kind of Kerbal-like, and you can click on each building, and you can add building upgrades, common attributes, facility slots, total number of available construction sites for facilities. 0 out of 4, so you can't have them all, right? Specialization, retooling and all this sort of crap, accident risk, administrator slots, workers per line, 0 out of 300. Yeah, so they're all going to have very different stats. It seems that you can put administrators, upgrades, I guess you can get multiple bank loans from the administration, research lines. It looks like you can unlock multiple research lines, actually, which would be interesting. So yeah, that's how you would upgrade. You sort of see there are commonalities to the way that the overworld, in a way, works. Design lines. Okay, cool. And then within them, you have your sort of subcategories, which you can click up here. Probably global map. I don't really know what to do with this yet, but I guess we're 1914, so it's kind of cool. Internal politics, economy, budget preferences. Yep, we'll leave that be for the moment, but it's cool. I guess it's showing us the moving parts. Administration is low impact for us at the moment. It's just sort of letting us know what's going on. Oh, I guess, hang on, employee capacity. 240. Oh, okay, you can hire up more people. Workers available for hire. Engineers. Ah, right. And then you can get new loans from there. Researchers where the party's at. Now, tier 2, see how it says tier 2? I don't know how you would unlock that, because this is clearly tier 1. Running gear, different types of fuel, firepower, structure. And then clicking on certain things, you'll see that a lot of them unlock multiple parts for your tanks, right? So I think maybe let's do this, RHA steel. Or rolled homogeneous armor is made of a single steel composition hot rolled to improve its material characteristics. This armor is designed for service applications that require maximum protection for ballistic purposes. Okay, that's fine. We'll put that in so we've got something going. Now, engineering. This is interesting. Now. This is what I've figured out. If it's blue like this, it's a concept. And it needs to be assigned to be turned into something that isn't. You can see how this says completed. completed state indicates that the engineered or designed project has been concluded. So that's one thing at first that's not super overt, super apparent. Now, there's not a lot we can do to change this, but what we could do is probably, you know, you could remove shell stowage, the roof. I guess we could pull all that crap off, you know, if we wanted. Maybe not. I thought we could. Or maybe click on it first and then... Nope. Okay, game doesn't seem to want to let me do that. That's fine. We come back. So this is sort of a generic blueprint for the design. Even though they look exactly the same, you can see that's Mark 1, Mark 1, it's Mark 1 series. You can sort of use this as a blueprint to then edit. But there's nothing we can really do because we don't have any extra tools or anything. But you can see we've got turrets, primary weapon, secondary, we've got the drivetrain, power unit, whatever you want to call it, we've got the running gear. It's very cool. But for the moment, there's not really anything we want to do because we don't really have any alternate components, right? Reverse engineering sounds exciting, capturing tanks and stuff. Design is where we're probably going to cut our teeth first. Now, what I do wonder is, well, I guess we'll go through the design process now, but once the contract tenders, are we supposed to put something up that already exists, or will the game give me enough time to react and create something around the tender? See, that's not clear to me. Anyway, create design. So, we'll go with that. I mean, you could... Would you like to create a draft of new tank component? No, but thank you. We will use things that we've got existing. You can see we've already started to fill out some of the stats. So let's just use what we've got. Do I not get any audio anymore, game? Is that just over for me? Oh no, I can hear sort of very faint banging and clanging. Here you actually do have a choice. We could put like armored plate or a sponson that we can then put a gun in. Right? Now this is what I wonder about as far as default starts go. So let's say we do that. Put bloody 6-pounders on it. And put a Lewis gun at the front, right? So that's pretty much the default start. You can see that its mass limit is pushed out, and this is what I've come to learn. For each of those pips, you get design faults. See how there's 3 yellow pips? We've got 3 faults here. You can have a look here. Obstacle trench width. Insufficient structure rigidity, mass limit -1. And a lot of these stats go into whether you're going to win a contract or not. Alright? Just food for thought. Okay, so as far as crew goes, you could fit up to 10 in there, but you probably don't want to. In an ideal world, 4 crew is all you want to reduce the faults, right? But at the same time, you kind of want to be able to do that. Now see, I don't even have enough command points. Your commander can only go up to 4. Put a driver. Can we put like a gunner loader? And a mechanic? See, now I still don't really know what the impact of having these red is. But as soon as you start loading more crew in, you start to get faults to the mobility in that. Operation range? No. Basically, you get more faults. Yeah, like this one. Here you go, crew safety. Overloaded commander. Blocked evacuation path. Got a 0, you know, versus... Yeah. That is interesting, isn't it? Look at this. So there you go, I guess we got yellows across the board. That's probably the best we can do with what we've got. Look at all these faults, man. Expendables don't exist yet, and then paint, I mean, Jesus. Switch camera. Look at these paint schemes. Oh, look at this thing, mate. Oh, I kind of like that. The Mark 1, Mark 1. Yeah, I guess that'll do. So I think if you press save here, it saves the design in process. You can see it's highlighted. You know, you got all your costing. Material costs seem to be something that's going to come into it. Oh, that's man hours as well. Cool. Now, if we were to assign 35 days in progress to make that, or to design it, sorry, because the actual production line is another area as well, which we can't do anything with because it doesn't exist. So, at this point, I think the best we can do is have something in design, while we also have research going. And you can see there's the research 30 days, I guess. 35 days. Let's turn her up and go. Greetings, my name is Douglas Murray. I've been appointed as your advisor by the Executive Board. The British High Command has declared plans to rapidly raise at least 4 tank regiments. We should start designing our new tank model. Go to the design bureau. You know, honestly, I'm good, thanks, Dougie. I've already done that. World news. I like this sort of stuff. More tanks required. Following the early success of tanks on the battlefield, the High Command is ready to form additional tank regiments for the ongoing war effort. Make sure to invest in your manufacturing capabilities to keep up with the rising demand. Okay, sure. Don't forget to invest in modification if you haven't already. Stop by our research bureau to get a new research project. No, we've already got that happening. We've already got that happening, Doug. Following the recent government announcements, we should increase our production capacity, in order to be ready for mass production. Stop by the production hall and begin building the sub-assembly line and riveting workshop. Okay, well, we'll do that. You can have a look here. That's how much it's going to cost, and this is what it does. Man-hour cost reduction for tank production. Oh, that sounds pretty good, actually. Let's do that. And what was the riveting hall? Reduced production costs due to available riveting machinery requires for production of tank components. 10% cost reduction. That seems pretty strong, actually. So some of these upgrades are pretty significant. I just worry that it seems that we've got a pretty hard ceiling on how many we can have. We're increasing our operations. Visit the administration quarter and construct fire to reduce this threat. Yeah, fire. You mean fire stations, I think. Reduce the risk of fire in all buildings. Let's do that. Okay. I'm gonna have a quick sip. Give me a minute. The Holt Manufacturing Company. As the war begins, nations struggle to send supplies to the front, and machine gun nests become a significant problem. To resolve this issue, Britain has already entered into talks to apply the potential of Caterpillar tracks to the battlefield. First Lord of the Admiralty, Sir Winston Churchill, is negotiating with the Committee for Imperial Defence to form a land ship committee to break a soon-to-develop stalemate. Can these radical ideas truly change the current nature of warfare? It's an interesting thought. So things are starting to gear up. There we go, we've done our research. Can I just click on this to go straight to it? No. But I can, if I go in here and click research lines, so you can shortcut through there. So this is essentially added rolled steel as an option for us. Now I wonder, right, because having a look, one of the main problems we were having, well, I guess we were getting yellow pips in all ways. But is there a way to get more, see, crew safety 4. Interesting. Crew safety 3, turret door Mark 2, turret hatch Mark 2. Interesting. Crew safety increase might be legit. And so this is a different tank altogether, I believe. And then we've got these ones here. Improved running. Twin engine? Oh. That's also quite tempting, isn't it? Running gear. Look at all these bits and pieces. Mass. It's not clear. Required machinery. Oh, you need certain machinery to have that happen. Oh, that's interesting. How about this? Riveting focus. I think we've already got that. Required to production of this structure of this tank component. I'm pretty sure that's what we're building at the moment. Let's do this. Let's get the female Mark 1. Yeah. Which is interesting. I would have thought that would have changed the inversion. Kind of looks like it just adds a second one. I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll see. It might be a bit more clear when we zoom in. But what was this? Required machinery, riveting focus. Which we'll just make sure. Riveting hall, riveting focus. I think that could be telegraphed infinitely better. World News, William Tritton is available for hire. Company's reputation is increasing as a result. A new top executive has offered his services and is now available for hire in the administration building. Okay, let's look into that. I think we'll have to go to actual administration. Here he is there. Assembly focus, workers per line, optimal production and warehouse. Right. Hire. He will arrive in 5 days. Okay. Big Billy boy. Don't forget to visit the Engineering Bureau to oversee in person the creation of new tank components from the blueprints. It's a good point, because we've got that RHA steel now. So for example, if I wanted to change that, you can see here, 500, 700 like that. It says Mark 1, the Mark 1, Mark 2. Now hang on, does the alright, no, just don't save it for now. Or you can change that wrought steel. Oh, it looks like it's just on the turret assembly as well. Ah, this naming convention is going to get wild. Yeah. Okay, let's just go with it. We'll see how the automatic thing goes. So what you want to do is go save. And now you've got it in draft form. This is what I was getting at before. See, this is the Mark 1, Mark 1, which is colored in, which is clear. And this one, you can actually see total cost. It's more expensive, but its statistics are probably, let's have a look, protection. Oh, I see something missing, moving down here. Shock resistance, kinetic resistance, yeah, cool. So, what we'll do is, we've saved that. Draft indicates the design has not been finalized yet. So there's the Mark 1, Mark 1, or Mark 2 rather, and we'll do the same thing. We'll do the same thing here. Mark 2. Right. And then I believe line 1, draft. How do we... I'm nearly there. Mark 1 in progress. 30 out of 30. The Mark 2. I'm pretty sure you have to consolidate this. I'm pretty sure, but for whatever reason, it doesn't seem to want to let me. Anyway, let's let the tank design finish. There we go. So the Mark 1 is complete with all its defects and glory. But if we go to production, we can now put it into production, right? 0 out of 300, but we do have 240 staff. This is what I figured out. Iron, yeah. Machinery, that's cool to know. In contract, in stock. So I do wonder, do we bother building... I mean, if I go assign, is this quantity? Ah, here we go, look at this. Let's just build one, so we've got one. I think then we can at least do trials on it, which I'm not even sure the value in that, but I think it helps. Because the tank itself has a reputation. You can see there, -4 design fame. And that's got to do with all the defaults and shit, right? It really, and I think that really affects it. But there's not much I can do. Other than trying to underman it, understaff it. I'm pretty sure that's the best I can do out the gate. Draft. Oh, I can assign now. How about that? Oh, you know what? It could be because my engineers were busy. It would be because I didn't have enough engineers. See how it says 20 out of 20? Staff, I've got 10 idle. What are you? Administrators, engineers, workers. Oh, I think I'm figuring it out now. Yeah, look, in design, there's engineers as well. Ah. Okay. Can I also start doing this sponsor as well? Assign. No free slots for new projects. Upgrade your building to expand your capacity. Interesting. So I can only have one in the queue at a moment. Right. There's no point doing any new design because I don't actually have any new components. Not yet. I'm still drafting the RHA steel. But even then, like, it's cool that we've figured it out, but that doesn't really help us that much. Like, the tank is kind of shit. Making it more bulletproof is not going to help, at least win contracts, right? So we just need to keep researching, I think. You can see we've got 20 engineers on that. What can we do to help that? Engineers per line. Workplace ergonomics improvements increase the number of employees per line. Oh, okay. Plus 10 engineers per line. I like that. So let's get that constructing. Okay. Okay, Scarlett gets it. William Tritton. Now, we want to put him in production. Is this how we do this? Yes, because it says optimal production. Sure. However, actually, Billy, workers per line 50. Delivery time focus, assembly focus. I know you really want to be in the production hall, but can I put you in research? Because I need the boost there. Workers per line. Engineers per line. I can't improve that though, it's a different statistic. Delivery time, supply focus, assembly focus. I think actually putting him in research does nothing. Yeah, look at this, it's gone up to 350. Yeah, that's okay. We get it. Okay, production complete, the Mark 1, Mark 1. Now you've got test drive and proving grounds, which I don't quite understand. Trial range. Basic trials. Tank trials grant understanding of design and defects and unlock them for amendments. Okay. Test cost. That's man hours. So let's do this. I don't think I've done this before. So we'll put the tank through its paces. Have you ever tried driving your own tank? Yeah, so you can test drive it, which I don't think we need to do just yet. Engineering bureaus finished the Mark 1, Mark 1. Mark 2, whatever the fuck. It's going to get very confusing. Let's assign this. Yeah. World news, new tank revealed. Where's my news? Where's my news for my tank? According to trustworthy sources, the William Foster Company has just completed a new design of the Vanguard tank, codenamed Hector Mark 1. Expect fierce competition for the upcoming contracts. Yeah, okay. I've made a tank. Bloody hell. The company appears to be doing well. Check for available managers in administration office. Yeah. Available? Yeah. I think it'll well, I hope it tells me if there's more administrators, because it told me about William. Engineering completed. There's not much more we can do there. We're being bottlenecked by our research bureau at the moment. We've got research going. We've got construction going. I don't think there's much more I can do. Tank trials completed on the Mark 1, Mark 1. Okay, well, what can you tell me about that? That's a museum. I've clicked on the wrong thing. Okay. Where would I find the statistics on this? Warehouse tank storage? Engineering? No, it won't be in engineering. Design. Because it talked about identifying defects and understanding them. Perhaps that's something we can work towards later. But it doesn't seem to have given me more information on it. Defects. Be sure to amend these defects in order to lessen the negative effects. It's still 9. Machinery workshop components. Yeah, so this is very overwhelming, but I'm actually getting a grasp of it quicker than I thought I might. Loose tracks, insufficient maximum tension. Okay. We'll take it on the proving grounds, I think. That seems organic at the moment. See, it costs $100, which is nominal. I don't. 300 might be the score that you're supposed to get. We struggled when we did this in the first look video. Oh my god, yeah, the sensitivity is wild. So you can see we've got 10 minutes, and I think we need to get 300 points. At least this time I've got a gun on the right side. You can go back and check the other video, but a lot of the targets in this proving grounds are on the right of the tank. We got 15 points for traveling through. Cool. I think if I press 2, aha. Can I bring this? Wait, can I get the main gun over there? The machine gun? There we go. There we go. That work? Didn't seem to. Oh yeah, he's not going home to the wife and kids. Oh, wait, does obliterating the target make a difference? Because that happened. What are we on, 75 points? Doesn't seem to make a difference. Okay, that's cool. Mate, look at us go. Oops, misfire. Kinda got a bit stuck there. Round you go, little fella. Now what are we on? 90 points. Oh, I missed. Bugger. 100. Now, does that count as destroyed? I wonder. I'm pretty sure that that's destroyed. Yeah. Okay, which you can do with your machine gun as well. Come on. Too much depression, need elevation. Very good. Yeah, see, that just destroyed the tank. Because the statistics on the cannons, on the 6-pounders, are like hard damage and soft damage. So I don't really think this Proving Grounds pushes that. No, we are doing much better this time around. 170 points, 6.5 minutes. Gained 300 points on the first Proving Ground. Okay. Now, unless we took a dud turn or we just didn't kill enough stuff, I found that we struggled getting the point limit when I tried this when we did our first, not first episode, but a one-off. Oh look, here we go, there's some dudes over here. Alright, we got that. Let's just turn and use the MG. No, MG. Come on. Okay, that's good, that's good. Oh, there's stuff over there as well. See, yeah, that's what I was thinking. I must have missed chunks of the course. Seems I did. Oh, I've got ammo as well. I gotta be careful here. 240, let's go, boys. You got fuel as well, so I think it's actually pretty clever. Because I've said before, you know, I don't mind the car sim, mechanic sim type games, but I don't really give a shit about the take your car out and drive it around a kind of indie, shitty physics driving game. No offense, but stay in your lane. Stick with the strength of your game. At least with this, there's a reason. Well, I think there's a reason to do it. We'll find out. Let's get the 300 points. And see what we see. You know what I mean? I think you know what I mean. $285. 300, let's go. I3, I15. Oh, it tells you. Oh, soft targets and hard targets. 2 out of 4. Oh, look, you can see there's hard targets around there. Ah, exceptional performance. Let's go. Assembly points. Success in attack will greatly depend on methodical and punctual deployment. Plus deployment phase, plus 5 repair. Tactical. I don't know what any of that means, but hopefully that's helpful. That sounds good to me. Alright. Let's continue on. Let's go a little bit longer. Like I said, I wanted to be a bit more, not just a retread this time. Riveting hall, wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. I'm not really worried about producing another building. Where's my money? 500. Monthly balance, 600,000. Predicted balance. Yeah, see, we need to not spend too much. Female Mark 1 in the Research Bureau. Okay. Let's get some more research going. Oh, what is this? Ah. Some sort of tier check. Well, I'll tell you what, let's do this. I'll do the medium hull, even though I'm not really super interested in building a different type of tank. Riveting focus. Staff. Am I not allowed to have more? Hang on a sec, I thought we could get more staff, game. Have I misunderstood? Oh, hang on, no, I got confused, I think. Ergonomics office. You know what, once this is built, I bet we can. I bet we can after that, but that's still 38 days away. Yeah, okay. In the meantime, let's research the medium hull. Yeah, okay. Okay, I'm happy with that. Happy with that. Engineering Bureau, Design Bureau. We could engineer the female sponsons. Right? I guess the Mark II is kind of the current design. Let's have a look. Sort of cutting edge. I just want to check. Because actually, because I'm fiddling around a bit. If you go to the research screen and we click on this, it'll tell us. What are these slides? Nothing. Female sponson, researched. Turret door Mark II. And turret hatch. Turret door, turret hatch. Oh, look, we've got a bit of flavor text. The female sponson allows to mount 2 machine guns, each side with very wide arcs of fire. These will provide magnificent amounts of firepower to keep enemy soldiers at bay. The gunners are thus able to turn the weapon through its full arc around 100 degrees. A turret door, modified sponson armored door with a shell ejector. This permits shell casings to be removed straight from the tank, lowering the risk to the crew members. Oh, that's kind of cool. Just poo it out. Turret hatch 2, a reinforced hinged hatch that has been modified to offer extra reliability and protection at the cost of extra weight. Sure. Okay, so they're going to be sponson components. So if we go back to engineering, this will all be in this turret category, right? Yeah, look at this. We actually have a totally different series. We can close the male sponson and go female. It's about the same costs. But yeah, look at this. Okay. Interesting choice of term. I guess you put your MGs in there. Cool. And then you've got the wrought iron version. Which honestly, look, the main big difference is mass. Really big difference. And look, oh, okay, you could do the... Here we go, crew safety, much higher. Rear thickness, rear ricochet, crew safety, much bigger. Tell me more about the male sponson series. Two. Oh, the turret door and the turret hatch. Oh, look at that. So that's not necessarily just tied to the female series. I wonder. Let's do a Mark II. We're gonna do a Mark II. I think. It's not changing. Hang on. Male Sponson series. Oh, wait, completed? No, that was from the weight. If I change it from the default, there we go. You got to change it from the default thing. So we're going to make the Mark III, which is going to have better crew safety, but we're going to keep wrought iron as the fundamental. Yep. So we're going to try and keep the weight down. Yes. Save. Assign. 5 days. That's nothing. Alright, cool. So that's our first real breakthrough. That'll keep the Hotchkiss guns in. And then we'll potentially implement that. We'll try and see if we can implement that into a tank design. Holt and Hornsby tractors studied. British Army is enacting a study of tractor design to direct future development of special interest to them. Stop. Of special interest to them are the Holt and Hornsby design, the former being powerful while the latter uses sophisticated track and differential systems. This news may be frustrating to one Sir David Roberts, engineer of the Hornsby Company that already showcased them to the military on numerous occasions, only to be rebuffed by Royal Artillery officers qualifying horses to be far superior in every condition. Bit of a Henry Ford kind of moment. So we've engineered the sponson. Financial report is ready. Predicted balance 390. Right, okay, so it's right because we've ticked over to the next month. Yeah, so we're kind of bleeding money. We're a lot of building maintenance is big. Worker costs, sure. So we need these contracts to start. But as far as putting my engineers and all that to work, I don't really, get them on the tools. Actually, so we engineered that sponson. So what I want to do is go to design. And I don't believe we can affect this at all, right? All we can do is create a new design. So we're actually going to use the... Oh, it is visually different, isn't it? The steel changes color. We're going to use the Mark I body. Because this is the one, it's more lightweight. Yeah, the Mark II, remember, we put RHA steel in. Cool. We haven't done anything with the drivetrain or the tracks. However, sponsons is where the party's at. So we've got the newly developed Mark III sponson. Interesting that it's a different color to the track. It's kind of cool. Got the Mark III sponson on both sides. And we'll stick the 6-pounder in it. So I guess you could put the gun seal. Guess you could put a gun seal on it. We'll stick with the 6-pounder for now, right? And we'll stick with the Lewis. So the main thing that we've changed is increased crew safety. That's pretty much the main difference. Alright. We'll crew it as best we can with the commander. Male sponson. Yeah, so the only way to get around that would be having less male sponsons. Less sponsons full stop, I think. Driver. Gunner. Can I get away with a gunner loader there? Not really. So we've come out with pretty much of a muchness. There's your crew safety there. Overloaded commander, male sponson. Okay, cool. So the statistic that we're getting from the male sponson is higher. You can see there, 8. Interesting. Okay. It's not quite enough to what exactly? This attribute has 3 defects. Complete the design process before evaluating the defects. Oh, hang on a sec. Can I just save this? If I go back to the Mark 1. Oh! How about that? Lucky I stumbled across that. Crew awareness. Block vision ports. Amend the defect to reduce the penalty. Defect improvement. Oh, absolutely. And this would have worked because we did the trials, right? This is cool. This is getting our tank prestige back up. Right. Okay. Here we go. This is a bit of a costly endeavor. It's costing me $500 for each one of these. All right. So we don't have any defects, and now the prestige of the hull is 0. So I think we've brought it up to 0. I don't think you could go, like, I'm assuming you can't go past that. Oh, okay, well that's food for thought. I'll have to think about that if we bother with the Mark II. Like, it's such an incrementally small difference that we might scrap it all together and we'll give the female sponsons a go. Because while that increased the crew safety... How come that's crew safety 2? 944. 988. Blocked evacuation path -5. -3. You know, that could just be because I fixed the defaults. I didn't check. You could rewind and have a look, I guess, but I'm thinking what happened there is, yeah, okay, so... I wonder what triggers the defect. Like, it must have to be over a certain number. See, because like this, for example, crew comm external, there is a negative overloaded commander, but it doesn't result in a defect. Food for thought. Alright, well, I'm pretty happy with all of that. We've fixed the defects on the Mark 1, so she's not so bad. She's not so bad. I guess we just keep chipping away. Anyway, cool. Team, let me know if you want to see some more, right? We'll put this into rotation. We'll sort of go and begin again, I think. And if it's well received, you know, we'll do a longer series, which I'd like to do. I'm enjoying this quite a bit. Anyway, team, I might just leave it there for the time being, and I will catch you guys on the next one.